If you've been posting to social media for a while, but you feel like your account is stagnant, implementing this one thing can unlock the gates to rapid growth and success. That one thing is SEO. And it doesn't have to be complicated either. As you can see here, all my student Bianca did in the screenshot was update her nameplate and bio on Instagram. And because of that, she immediately started getting more followers and traction on her profile. So let me help you set up your entire social media SEO strategy. I'll give you the best SEO tips in a practical way so that you could grow quicker on any platform your heart desires. In this video, we'll start with the basics, and then we'll get into YouTube SEO strategy, Instagram SEO strategy, and TikTok SEO strategy, which means, yes, we'll even talk a little bit about hashtags. As always, timestamps will be in the description below because I know how valuable your time is and you already know where you're here. So let's get into it. Let's get the scary main character of this video out of the way, SEO. Because as much as we love a scary main character, Jason, Jigsaw, Pennywise, Chucky, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, if you're somebody like me, anytime somebody even breathes the word SEO, brain shuts off, immediately overwhelmed. All somebody would have to say is SEO stands for search engine optimization, and I'd immediately become confused. I'm like, I'm lost. You've lost me. So I'm going to explain it the way that I wish somebody explained it to me when I first started learning about this topic. SEO, basically a type of strategy that you can use to get in front of more people. And how do you get in front of those people? By trying to appear in search results and getting your content recommended to them. That's all SEO is. It's a strategy that you can use to get in front of more people. So I want to break down how to apply this SEO strategy to your social media. Basically, what are the intentional actions that you're going to do to help you and your content get in front of the right eyes? Because when implemented, this strategy could increase not only the quantity or the number of people that visit your profile, but also the quality of those people. Because how many times have you posted a photo to Instagram and the only engagement that you get are like random male accounts from India? And I'm not saying that as a bash to a demographic or audience type, but because I can't tell you how many times women in particular have actually DM'd me on Instagram with that being their actual pain point. Let's say they're trying to grow a fashion page and reach more women, but their content keeps reaching the wrong audience. And when I take a look at their content, really it comes down to not having their SEO strategy in place. So SEO is not only how can I get my profile seen by more people, but how can I get it seen by the right kind of people? The people that you actually want to be pressing that follow or subscribe button. All right, the first thing you need to know and research when setting up your SEO strategy is something called keywords. You may have heard of this buzzword before, maybe not. Either way, let's define it. I like the definition used from Moz.com. Keywords are ideas or topics that define what your content is about. In terms of SEO, they're words or phrases that searchers use and enter into search engines. This is where a lot of people start overthinking or overcomplicating things. So let's talk about where to place your keywords first, and then we'll talk about what keywords do you even focus on? How do you find the right ones to use? The two main strategies for plugging in your keywords are going to be throughout your profile and then throughout your content. Yes, every single piece of content you create. On Instagram, these are 7 places that you can utilize the power of keywords and SEO to your advantage. Your username, of course, if you're in the fitness industry, saying fitness with Kelsey will give you a little edge and advantage. Your nameplate, which is the bold part of your profile. This is the most search friendly on Instagram. So if I type in tattoo artist, anybody who has tattoo artist in their nameplate will appear in my search results. Your bio, we all know what a bio is. Your hashtags, captions, reels text, which is the text that appears throughout your reel and pops up here and there. And your alt text. Now I can make an entire video explaining each and every one of these and the importance of all of them. Actually, I did make an entire video about Instagram SEO strategy, which you can watch here after watching this video. So if you want that in-depth Instagram tutorial for all of those things broken down, watch that next. On YouTube, the 7 places to be plugging keywords in are your channel description. This is describing your channel, who you are, what you do, what your channel is about, the type of audience your content is for, so your channel description. You also have channel tags, your video titles, video descriptions, video metadata, which an example of that is if you're uploading a video to YouTube called How to Grow on Instagram. When exporting that video from whatever video editing software you choose, you're going to save the file as How to Grow on Instagram. So the file is saved as How to Grow on Instagram. The title will then be How to Grow on Instagram. Video chapters, as you can see, there's timestamps on this video. Putting keywords into the chapters actually help you appear on Google. The first words that you even say in your YouTube videos should be packed with keywords. Playlists and playlist descriptions. So playlists are actually searchable on YouTube. If you want to find YouTube tips, so you type YouTube tips into the search engine, YouTube will not only recommend videos for you with those words in it, but they'll also recommend playlists to you with those words in it. And of course, optionally, video tags. YouTube did say that tags are not as important these days, but I like to use them to help reach other keywords that maybe I didn't mention in my title or description, or even if there are certain spelling errors. Video tags help cover that. For a more in-depth video on setting up your channel with channel descriptions, channel tags, I do have a free training, which I'll link in the description. That video teaches you what you need to get started on YouTube and how you could plan out your first month of content using keyword research, which we'll talk about in a second. And then on TikTok, the places to put your keywords will be your name. This is what appears at the top of your profile, and when people are scrolling on their page, or even if they look up social media tips and you have social media tips in your name, you will come up in those search results. This is separate from your username, so you'll see that when you press edit profile. Your bio, you know what a bio is. Captions of your TikTok videos, so plugging keywords into your captions. Hashtags, the first words that you say in your TikTok video, even the pop-up text that appears on screen, and even playlists. If you want to be an overachiever, you can use keywords as titles of your playlists. For an in-depth TikTok hashtag strategy, I have this video here that you can watch next as well. A lot of the tips in that video will also apply to Instagram hashtags, so definitely worth a binge if you're interested in hashtag strategy specifically. So why are all of these places and locations important to put keywords? When you put keywords into all those places, it changes the game. You help tell the platform that you're on who you are, what your content or your channel is, and who your content is for, so that the platform can connect your content to an audience that is going to be most likely interested in that content. And then when you're consistent with doing this strategy, what you're going to do is you're only making it easier for the algorithms to quickly identify and categorize your content to the right people. Now, I know this video that you're watching is strictly about social media SEO, but if you're somebody who also has a website and you want to learn a little bit more about website SEO strategy, I do have a great free resource for you from the sponsor of today's video, HubSpot. So HubSpot Academy has a free SEO certification course. Yes, you heard me correctly. It's free. So for my content creators watching, lessons 1 and 3 will be the most helpful for you. You'll learn more about the basics of SEO and how to do a more in-depth content research strategy, which we will touch on next. And of course, the entire course will be helpful for you if you have a website and you want to learn about backlinking or how to get your website to rank on Google search results. So if you want to take their free 6-lesson course, I'll leave a link down in the pinned comment below. And now that you know why SEO is important and you understand what keywords are and where to place them on your profile, now let's figure out what keywords do you use? What do you focus on? How do you actually apply this strategy? What do you do? We're going to start our keyword research. There's a basic approach and an advanced approach. So for your basic keyword research, if you have a niche, you're going to type that niche into a search engine, or maybe it's a topic you want to create content on, or even a video idea you have. Type a word or two into a search engine. Now, which search engine? If you're somebody who is focusing on creating YouTube content, you're going to use the YouTube search engine. If you want to be growing on Instagram or TikTok, use TikTok. TikTok's search engine is more advanced than Instagram's. Plus, trends typically will start on TikTok and then carry over to Instagram. So that's why I like to do my keyword research for both platforms on TikTok alone. Once you type in your niche or topic you want to create content on, you're not going to press enter. Just type it and see what pops up below. You'll notice that TikTok, YouTube, they'll have recommended completed sentences in a way. And these recommendations and suggested results, They're basically a list of keywords or keyword phrases that people are currently searching for on that platform. This is a gold mine. Y'all, who be sleeping on this? You better not be sleeping on this, okay? Incorporate the keywords that inspire you into your future content or on your profile. Why do we want to focus on these? Because if we want to be discoverable, we want to use words that people are using to discover content right now. This is why it's called search engine optimization. You're using the search engine to your advantage to hopefully rank the highest in search results. Let's do an example together. Okay, if I type coffee recipes into TikTok because I want to make coffee-related videos, I'll see that TikTok below is recommending things like coffee recipes at home, coffee recipe ideas, coffee recipes, Starbucks. So what you're going to do is you're going to start a list. Write down all the phrases that make you go, I could do a video on that. You could even click on a phrase that you're like, okay, let's do this. So let's say coffee recipes at home. I click on it, gonna scroll down a bit, and then I'll take a look at the section others searched for even more ideas on a specific topic. So I went from coffee recipes to seeing, oh, people are looking for coffee recipes at home. Let me click on that. And now, because I'm looking at other suggested results, boom, my brain sees, okay, let's make a video where we layer all these ideas. We're going to do DIY cold brew coffee recipe that you can make at home in less than 5 minutes. So that idea, those are now going to be the words that I say at the beginning of my video. They're going to be the words that I put in the caption of my video. And I'm even going to incorporate those words into hashtags and the text that I choose to appear on the video. Boom, you did it. You just did keyword research. You know SEO strategy. Now your video is getting recommended because you started your idea with what your audience is currently interested in, not with what you think, oh, it'd be cool if I did this and I'm going to make a video on this and I'm not going to do any research because I'm just going to keep throwing spaghetti at the wall. There's a time and place to throw spaghetti at the wall and obviously create content where you're like, oh, I have this idea and I want to make this idea, and you don't do any research, you don't do any strategy. That's fine. Create videos that bring you joy, excite you, fun ideas, boom, shakalaka, love that for you. But also, if you're struggling with growth and you're not seeing growth and you're not doing SEO strategy, it might be a sign that maybe you should start implementing some strategy to go along with your brilliant ideas. So 50% is like maybe fun, random-ish that you enjoy creating. And then 50% is being intentional with your research and creating videos not based off of your ideas, but based off of your audience's interests, your audience's ideas, what they're currently searching for in the search engine. And that's how you will see success, because you're reverse engineering. What are they looking for? Can I get in front of their eyes? Yes, I can. Let's talk about the same strategy for YouTube. Okay, another example. The same strategy can be applied to YouTube. Type cooking into the search bar, see what's recommended down below, write down keyword phrases that you're inspired by. If I type cooking and I see cooking basics, let me type in basics, see what else is going to be recommended. So now I see cooking basic for beginners, cooking basics for students, cooking basics Gordon Ramsay. All of these are keyword phrases where I'm like, ooh, I could grab that and put it to my YouTube title. So maybe my next video is going to be 5 cooking basics for beginners. Line, the Gordon Ramsay methods. So with this one strategy, I'm actually layering multiple phrases that I saw and I like. For YouTube, there are tools that help you do keyword research on YouTube. So my top favorites are Keywords Everywhere, vidIQ, and TubeBuddy. I have a video that talks about my top 8 tools that I used to help grow my channel. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can watch that video next. We talked about the basic strategy. Now, before going into the advanced strategy, I just want to say if you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful so far, make sure to press the thumbs up button, because that's going to tell YouTube that this video is helpful, and hopefully YouTube can then connect this video to other creators who might be struggling with their SEO strategy. Okay, let's say you don't want to pick a niche. Maybe you're ready for an advanced SEO strategy. First of all, if you don't want to pick a niche, don't pick Instagram as your platform of choice. Their algorithm was literally created to push creators who are niche focused. So if you don't want to pick a niche, focus on TikTok or YouTube instead. Second, when doing your keyword research, you don't have to focus on a niche. You're actually going to find keywords that describe 3 things: your content, your audience, and your identity, or even layer them all together. To explain this, I'm going to use hashtags as an example because honestly, hashtags are basically SEO and keywords in disguise. So let's use that as an example because I think it'll be the easiest to understand. Let's say on Instagram, I post this photo of me in Hawaii, and in the caption, I'm teaching how to land hotel brand collaborations. The hashtags that I choose for this photo will describe my content, the intended audience for this post, and my Instagram profile. So for a hashtag that will describe the content, it's the visuals. This photo is me in Hawaii. So I'm going to do hashtag Kauai travel, right? Hashtag Kauai hotel. Hashtag Kauai Hawaii. I'm doing hashtags that describe the visuals of that piece of content. We have hashtag Kauai Hawaii. Or even the content itself, when you read the caption, it's giving brand collab tips. So hashtag brand collab tips, hashtag brand collaborations, hashtag partnership tips, hotel collabs, right? So I'm describing the content that was delivered. Then hashtags to describe the intended audience. So if the caption is, hey, this is how you land hotel partnerships, I'm going to do hashtags like hashtag influencers under 10K because I know influencers under 10K will gain value from this piece of content. Or even hashtag influencer tips because I know my audience who are influencers or content creators are probably looking up influencer tips. So I'm describing the audience and then your profile. For me, I would do hashtag social media coach because I'm a social media coach. Hashtag Instagram coach, hashtag IG coach. So I'm doing hashtags that describe the content that was delivered, the audience it was intended for, and my profile, myself, if somebody were to look up a social media coach. This is the same approach that you could use for even YouTube videos. Maybe you don't have a niche and you post day in the life videos. So instead of trying to niche down, you're going to focus on your identity, okay? So who are you? What are keywords that can describe who you are or your identity? For example, instead of just day in the life with you, it would be like day in the life of a full-time college student. Full-time college student, keyword phrase. You could even add a little bit of spice to the end of it, and maybe you give a little tip in the video like how I get straight A's, how I manage my schedule. So it's day in the life of a full-time college student because that's your identity, and maybe some value that you give to your audience because you're thinking about your audience. You're thinking, what do they struggle with? What do they need help with? They need help getting good grades. So it's going to be day in the life of a full-time college student, how I get straight A's. So this is something to remember. Bonus tip, I guess. The keywords definition that we talked about in the beginning. Keywords are words and phrases that searchers or users enter search engines. Focus here, it says they're keywords that users or the searchers that they enter into search engines. It's not keywords are whatever words that you think sound fun and quirky to describe your video. No. You want to be using the words that your target audience is using in their words. In their words. That's what's going to make your content easily discoverable. Some examples of this. Maybe on Instagram right now, you have a Instagram social media agency. And so your nameplate, the bold section says, Starlight Media, your IG BFF. Love it. It's catchy. It's cute. It's your business, your IG BFF. But no one is looking up your business name on Instagram because they don't know it yet. Nobody's looking up IG BFF on Instagram because if someone's struggling with Instagram, they're probably looking up like Instagram tips, Instagram growth. So your nameplate needs to focus on what are the words they're using in the search bar. So maybe instead of Starlight Media, your IG BFF, it's Instagram content and growth tips. Instagram tips for rapid growth, Instagram agency and growth tips, right? What are they searching? Use their words. If you're working on a YouTube video, and you're teaching, get the best depth of field with these strategies. As a beginner photographer or videographer, shoot, that title goes straight over their head, because maybe as a beginner, they don't recognize the industry jargon like depth of field. Maybe they don't know what that is. So instead of saying, oh, use this depth of field strategy, you're going to say how to get a blurry background in your videos. You want to use words that they're using. You want to bring the words down to like a third grade reading level. When you implement SEO into your content strategy as a content creator, influencer, no matter what platform you're on, you're going to see instant change, rapid growth, because your content becomes audience focused. It becomes instantly recognizable to the people that you're trying to reach. So what are the next steps? What do you do now? Again, if you want an in-depth video explaining visually how to apply keywords throughout your Instagram profile, you can watch this video next. It will teach you alt text, hashtags, content research, all the things. I have more resources listed down below, like that free YouTube training. And I just want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Follow your joy. Bye.